So I'm going to read the names of the men who are cleared for release. I know a little bit about some of them. I don't know a great deal about most of them, which is the way the government wants it. Very little about them as... yeah, well, you're right there. There's his phone. Well, so of the men cleared for release, there's Moath al-Alwi, Khalid Qasim, Nida al-Yazidi, Moulin Abd al-Sattar, Tawfiq al-Biani, Saeed Salih, Saeed Nashir, Uthman Abdul Rahim, Muhammad Uthman, Sharkawi al-Hajj, Abdul Salam al-Hela, Sanad al-Kazimi, Suhail al-Sharabi, Guled Hassan Durad, Omar al-Rama, Muhammad Abdul Malik, Hassan bin Atash. What I can tell you from a few years ago is that in a brief moment of détente, someone early in the Obama administration decided to release some of the prisoners' artwork. And a great deal of it was displayed at John Jay College in New York. Later, some of the artwork was displayed at the CUNY Law School in Queens. And I know a couple of these names as talented artists. So Moath al-Alwi was a very talented artist. He, I believe he made some sculptures, particularly of ships from material provided to them at Guantanamo. So was Khalid Qasim. I don't really remember a great deal. I can tell you that most of the men cleared for release but still held hail from Yemen, which has been war-torn now for decades, largely as the United States supports one of the combatants, which is backed by Saudi Arabia in an ongoing proxy war that we are heavily supplying funding to. Does that sound familiar in any way? But as a result of Yemen being war-torn largely because the pro-American leader named Saleh was deposed 15 years or so ago, we've been backing one of the world's biggest humanitarian catastrophes ever since. As Deborah indicated a few days ago, a scathing report came out from UN Special Rapporteur Fionnuala Ní Aulain of Ireland, documenting ongoing, frankly, abuse and or torture that the 16 prisoners who've been cleared for release, as well as the 14 prisoners bound for military commissions. And of note, these included contact with their families, which has been, direct contact has been non-existent. I believe only a single family member in over 20 years has been permitted to visit Guantanamo in one case. Otherwise, the only contact has been either through heavily redacted letters or repeatedly interrupted phone and video conferences, which are very occasional and highly monitored. The Special Rapporteur also noted health care. While day-to-day health care, such as treating a flu, may be adequate for the most part, this is an aging population, almost all of whom has been subject to torture. And the usual health care that we provide to torture victims has been totally absent. Further, Prisoners with serious health problems are not getting them treated because they can only be treated at Guantanamo and not in more advanced healthcare facilities. They can't be moved to the United States for any reason. Finally, the special rapporteur noted that the right to counsel has been seriously infringed at Guantanamo. She also noted that the vast majority of Guantanamo prisoners have been, with the complete knowledge of the United States, bear no relation whatsoever to the events of September 11th, but they're still held there. Anyway, perhaps forever. The Biden administration started with 40 prisoners. It's down to 30. It seems to have hit a bit of a roadblock, possibly because there's nowhere easy to send prisoners to. But here we are. The Biden administration did dispute the UN rapporteur's report very curtly, not particularly credibly. We should note in one case, a prisoner I have discussed in this space, a former prisoner, Saeed Makouche of Algeria, has, because the United States sent Algeria a paper with which basically accused Mr. Makouche of more things than the United States was accused of, even though it cleared him for release. Yada, yada, yada. Algeria has thrown him in prison in Algeria with no particular hope of release anytime soon. That is not atypical of the fate that has met many men who have been released from Guantanamo. So, Houston, New York, Washington, and everywhere else, we still have a problem. This is an ongoing problem, and it's not going to be solved until Guantanamo is finally closed. Justice provided for everyone who has passed through there for any length of time. All right. Thank you, Amber.